None of them that survive this. Everything they push on you is nonsense. So Timothy McVeigh is also in that category. I don't know if there's any gates for Timothy McVeigh. I swear I've already done this one. And there it is. There's 2 gates. Timothy McVeigh. Oh no, that's not him. That's a film. That's him there though, isn't it? Look, this one. With that inward pointing leg. Look how long this leg is. Look how big that bum is. And then look how short the body is. She's got wide shoulders. Like, you know, she's a Leah Thomas style woman. She's very big. She's very tall. She stands, what, 6'4", 6'5"? When a woman gets that big, her shoulders are going to be big too. But she's also going to have a big ass, look, to match it. Timothy McVeigh. I think that might be the only gate on Timothy McVeigh. Back file. Open. McVeigh. Is it E-I-G-H? E-I-G-H. E-I-G-H. McVeigh. Searching. I don't know if I've got a McVeigh. I think I might have a McVeigh. I can't remember. We'll see. That's another gate there, look. Beautiful inline footfall. He looks like Eminem. I'm seeing Marshall Mathers. Marshall Mathers. Look at that sloping jawline. Look at that sloping jawline compared to mine. Timothy McVeigh fails forensics. I don't think there's any more. I think that's it. There was 2 gates for McVeigh. And we're done. Who's this? That's someone else, isn't it? Terry Nichols. She's got a big thigh and she's got a very strange diamond shape there. There's another one with big hips, look. Close set eyes. Pretty shiny, estrogen-filled close set eyes with massive hips, look. Short arms. It's all of them. That's the older brother. It's a sister, look. Balding woman. Timothy McVeigh. What's that? Witness. Alex Baru. Alex Baru was a witness. I've got a very odd gate there, haven't I? It's meant to be a man, look. But that's a very strange gate from the rear. Well, you know what it is, don't you? I don't need to tell you. I've trained you. Anybody that's had this training knows it when they see it. Timothy McVeigh. Backfire, what are you saying? Let's see if we've got one. I might have a skull check, I'm not sure. Oh no, we do have one. We've got 2. We've got 2 with the same gates. Different pictures. There you go. Timothy McVeigh. The picture I've got of Amanda with my other friend, on the picture, I didn't change the skull size. They were set to go. It's a perfect 50-50, ready to go. I put the male on Amanda, it went straight in. And when I put it on my other friend, who's got a more rounded chin, I'm still debating whether it's a man. The face sat like this in the wrong position. I'm just hoping when I see her that her face stays like this, you know. Small, but with a big flat forehead. Fingers crossed. The thing is, right, though, Amanda pushed me into the bathroom when I was 13 years old with this friend who was drunk. They'd shoved her in the bath, freezing cold. But it was Amanda that pushed me in there to get her out. If it's a girl. I believe it is, but I didn't look. I saw her boobs, I didn't see the bottom bit. You know, my eyes averted. But she's got a sloping jaw. That's the thing. She is a big girl, but she looks like this. She looks like McVeigh to me, whereas Amanda doesn't. Amanda looks like Cameron Diaz. Whereas my other friend does not look like Cameron Diaz. She's got a long face. What I call a Charlton in the Wheelers face. This is a Charlton in the Wheelers face. Right here. This face. That's an ace one to start. As if I didn't skull check that one. It's the Charlton and the Wheelers face, the long nose and the curved chin. If you look at the witch from Charlton and the Wheelers, and the Fetish Flat Earther has got this face as well. Charlton, Wheelers, witch. And there's, look, there you go. There's your Fetish Flat Earther with the long face, the pointed chin and the close set eyes. There's Timothy McVeigh with your close set eyes and your long chin. It's the same thing in plain sight. So there's your lesson. If they've got a face like the witch out of Charlton and the Wheelers, you know it's a bitch. Timothy McVeigh fails forensics. Thanks for playing CSI with me, Timothy. Let's close that window. Let's cut you out, Timothy McVeigh. Now I know I've done it. Regardless. Timothy McVeigh. Where are we? Give me that. It's Thomas Hamilton. Too far. It's a lottery winner. There we go. Timothy McVeigh. Paste. Create. Done. Let's go back up the list. Did you give me another one? Dink. Jamie Walden. Ooh, Jamie Walden. Bink. Jamie Walden. Author? Then you go, oh, that's a girl. Final answer. That's a girl. Final answer. Girl. How do I know? Widest in the hairline, beautiful eyes, small dentures, pink lips, high set ears. There's no jawbone, there's no Adam's apple. I'm seeing a girl straight up. But there's no pictures, right? Yeah, we're done. That's it. Famous people. Harvey Weinstein. Let's do Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. He had a penis shaped like a clitoris, so they say. Or he had a clitoris, which was enlarged by testosterone. Where are we? Open eye socket, look, no brow bone, 5 head, high set ears, sloping jawline of a girl, the chin to tie ratio. Look at the chin. Look at the chin to the tie ratio. Chin, tie ratio. You got it. Harvey Weinstein. Every one of his victims is a man. If you can explain to me how Harvey Weinstein, who's no bigger than a 5 foot and a nub end, you're going to have to explain to me how this little woman manhandled 6 foot men, these huge men, these massive men. You're going to have to explain to me how this little woman manhandled these strong men. Whether you make a man look like a woman or not, he's still a man, isn't he? He's still a man. Do you know what makes me laugh? I saw Nedge's clip. Have you ever seen Nedge? Cross-dressing. I don't know what it's under. Nedge in a dress. There it is.
Who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the world? Girls.
Nedge used to talk to Horatio. Nedge has watched my stuff. Nedge knows I know he's a girl. He knows Horatio knows he's a girl. But when me and Raish, when I first introduced Raish to Nedge was before I knew any of this. And Nedge, I've got to say, for a flip-flop, Nedge makes me laugh. But I'll tell you now, Nedge has got a Charlton and a wheelie face. Look at this. Nedge. Done. No. Images. No, yeah, Nedge. Nedge is coming for you. Nedge has got a small face, look, high set ears. And the Chorlton and the wheelie face, look. The long sloping jawline, the close set eyes. Open eye socket, small ears. All the markers are there, right? You can't miss it. Nedge used to talk to Raish, but it was this that made Raish laugh. Big Stranger Rodeo, if you've never seen it. You Americans don't know who Nedge is. Look up Nedge, Big Stranger Rodeo. And what bearing in mind, this is a girl. She jumps on strangers' backs, absolute strangers, and tries to ride them like a rodeo horse and stay on the back for as long as possible. Now, this made us laugh. And urban shoplifting, that was funny as well. Nedge was one of the funniest flip-flops. For me, growing up, Nedge was a great comedian. But Nedge did this, where he pretends to be a woman.
Disgusting people like me like that. Excuse me.
Excuse me, stop touching me like that.
Don't you dare point your finger in my face.
In my face.
It's like that. You racist.
Where is it? Oh, there's another clip of it where he's throwing people all around. Everyone's laughing, look. He must have been on the catwalk. But you can look this up. Nedge dressed as a woman. And as the guy's outraged at Nedge, Nedge puts on the male voice and reverts back to man. And like this one, starts throwing people. Because he's still a bloke. At the end of the day, Nedge... well, not Nedge. Nedge is a woman here. But in real life, he's going to throw you all over the place. This one here, not Nedge. There. This one's going to throw Harvey Weinstein all over the place. Nedge is actually a woman. Where's Nedge gone? There. Nedge is actually a woman. But all these people in shock, that's what would happen if someone was to do that. Because the man is still there, right? Regardless of hair and makeup like this.
It's the last day, we all have fun, and then he's coming out.
Nedge. You gotta watch Nedge. There it is, Balls of Steel. Nedge's Urban Sports. That's what you gotta look up on YouTube. Look up Nedge's Urban Sports and watch Nedge do Big Stranger Rodeo. Back to this one. Harvey Weinstein is the female. This person here is a full bloke. Look at his clavicle. Look at this shoulder here. Look at his shoulders. Look at his neck. He's absolutely huge. I don't know who that is. Carrie Mulligan. I don't know who Carrie Mulligan is. Look at the breadth of him. And you want me to believe this old lady, even when she was younger, is powerful and strong enough to throw 6-foot men around? I don't think so. Some of these people that they said that Harvey Weinstein interfered with were huge. I mean, physically huge in comparison to Harvey. Gwyneth Paltrow. Look. He had a lot of pictures taken with Harvey. But look at the difference in this face. Look at the size of this cheekbone here. Cate Blanchett. How is this little woman manhandling? Look at the difference. There he is with Cate Blanchett. Look, right, now look at this. This is how good the skull training is when you've learnt it properly. Look, rectangular, far apart, deep set eye with a short sloping forward. Look at the shiny brow bone into the corner of the eye. Look at the wide smile. Look at the wide cheekbones. Look at the large low set ear. All they've done is feminise the chin on this man. He's still got a very wide jaw look. Harvey, however, has no jawbone and chin. She's got closer set eyes. Her eyes are open, look, rounded in comparison to the rectangular, far apart ones. With a much bigger, taller 5 head. That's how good skull training works when you learn to see them side by side. Big face versus squashy face. Squashy face, oh squashy face. It jumps off the page at your right. Look, neck o'clock, chin to tie ratio, chin to tie ratio. It's twice as much. And it is in all pictures, look. The tie ratio is huge compared to Weinstein's. Maybe if they were drugged. Yeah, Brenda, give me a break. It's none of it. It doesn't happen. It's all made up. Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. Nothing happens at all. Look at this dude here. Look at that. That is my jawbone, right? Look at those eyes. Look at that jawbone. Look at that neck. Look at that mastoid. Again, chin to tie ratio. Chin to tie ratio. You want me to believe that Harvey Weinstein, this fat old girl, she wasn't any better when she was younger. She was fat all the way through, look. She ate a lot of prawns. Manhandled Drew Barrymore, Kate Blanchett, you're kidding me. So Angelina Jolie. The necks on these two, they'd throw Harvey Weinstein. They wouldn't throw him, they'd deck him. Right? It's just like I was explaining with Nedge. If these fellas started throwing punches, there were going to be broken bones and noses. That's what happens when men fight. People get broken noses and broken jaws and broken cheeks because men hit hard. Upper body strength. You're telling me the upper body strength on these men couldn't fight off to the fat FTM? I could understand it if it was like Andre the Giant or Shaquille O'Neal, like a 7-foot woman towering over a 6-foot man. But there's still, again, the upper body strength still is there with the man, not with the 7-foot woman is strong. Don't get me wrong, but she's still a woman. If they hit her on the jaw, she's got a smaller jaw. This is why they don't let male and females box, because a real male is going to break the jaw so much easier than the woman is on the man. That's why you have battered wives' homes, because men are violent, not women. You can teach a woman to fight. Yeah, a woman can be violent, don't get me wrong. I've met violent women, but it's nothing like meeting a real violent man. A violent woman cannot post a man through a window. Another man can post another man through a window because they're strong enough. It's the way it works. The bigger skeleton belongs to the male, and even if you grow this one bigger, this one is still a battle axe, regardless of how big you build the woman. She'd have to be like 18 foot tall, 3 times his size. But that's exactly the reasoning behind this case. These are all men. There's no way this fat old girl is manhandling Angelina Jolie or any of those dudes. It's the same as Jeffrey Epstein. Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. The liars, all of them. Harvey Weinstein walking. Not on the walker. Want some younger pictures like that from Flamingo. Who's that with a broken leg? There's a nice ski whiff one. Nice diamond in there, Harvey. And you might say to me, yeah, but Anthony Joshua or Mike Tyson would beat you up. They're the world's best female boxers, heavyweights. They might do, yeah. They might beat me up. Yeah, I agree. They'll outskill me. They'll out-pugilize me. I agree. Because they have been pugilistically taught since the day they got here. I haven't been taught that way. I've not been taught to fight like that. But if I had, they wouldn't be able to knock me out, would they? They wouldn't. And they'd be terrified getting in the ring with me because they know I could break the ribs. Fact and post is, if you put a real man in against Mike Tyson and the real man can fight and box as good as Mike Tyson gets beat up. That's the end of it. I don't care what you say. The male is more durable. Long distance running, he's got bigger lungs, longer legs, bigger muscles, more strength. Right, you can grow a woman, but she's not the same engine. She's not the same She's not the same skeleton. She's not the same engine. She's got different muscles. She's created differently to bear children, not to go to war and fight and battle. Men aren't designed to go to war, fight and battle. It's the devil's work. Because they told us about all these wars, Gettysburg and World War One, World War Two, the Vietnam War. It doesn't matter. They've been warring forever. But as far as I'm concerned, none of it ever happened. It doesn't. I don't care what anyone says. It's tosh. That's a man right there. Chin to tie ratio. Chin to tie ratio. Why can't we get any more younger gates on Harvey Weinstein here? There's a nice flamingo. Stair fail. She's opening her knees, look. Look at that. Woman, final answer. Men don't walk like this. Men don't open the knees going up or downstairs. Gotcha. Harvey Weinstein, full mince, inline footfall with tiny feet. Go back one, because look at that one right there is a beauty. From flamingo, from full mince. You know that the flamingo comes from the full mince because of the bent diamond in the leg, right? You know if you was to straighten that leg backwards, it would be inline footfall with a knee and foot at 8 and 4 o'clock. That's how you transvestigate people. I don't need to see your penis. I don't need to see your bum. I don't need to see anything. I just need to see you walk. Remember that last year with Queen Nico? I've got my willy out. I've got my moo-moo out. Yeah, we don't need to see your moo-moos. We just need to see you walk. Nothing more. Don't need to see any of your flip-flop genitals. I don't want to see your flip-flop genitals. I just need to see a video of you walking. Yeah, all of Harvey Weinstein's victims are men. And if you want me to believe that this little career can overpower full-grown men, and we're talking about full-grown men, I'd be very, very surprised. It's not Mike Tyson we're talking about here. It's not the refrigerator. Is the refrigerator Herschel Walker? The refrigerator. No, it's William Perry. I've got to have a look at William Perry now. Is this the Donna Rotuno is the lawyer. So the lawyer in this case has got a male brow bone with deep set eyes, wide ass cheekbones, a square jawline, a long neck, chin to tie ratio, and square shoulders. Walks like a fella, by the way. You want me to believe that this gentleman? It's just, you've got to understand this right by now, that this is an actor, and nothing ever happens. Nothing happens at all. The needle returns to the start of the song, and nothing gets done like before. And we'll all be lonely tonight and lonely tomorrow. Because we've lost touch with God. We've lost touch with our spiritual side. These people distract us. Instead of pondering every day what you're going to do when you meet God and how you're going to rectify your wrongs, you have no time to think, no time to sit down, no time to contemplate how this world came to be. You just accept that it was a random chance that some soup, that's what we're talking about, primordial soup, turned into life because it got hit by lightning. Lightning struck some soup and then life formed. It's just nonsense. Same as this story, that this old tart has been manhandling blokes all over Hollywood. None of it's true. It's just a humiliation ritual. Same as P. Diddy, Jimmy Savile. I don't believe in none of it. None of them touched those children. There are no missing children. It's bollocks. I told you, if 5 million children go missing in America, then you've got 10 million distraught parents. 5 million of them are men. End of story. End of story. And besides which, they've got underground bunkers and breeding facilities, breeding farms, where they can breed their own children for whatever they want, for whatever uses. Not your Katy Perry, what is it? Oh, John Benet Ramsey and all the rest of these so-called high-profile cases that go missing. This is no different. It's all cosplay. It is. It's just acting. It's bullshit. Jeffrey Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, Epstein. It don't matter who we look at. Bill Cosby. It does not matter. I'm sure in countries there are some bad things that happen. And there are rings. I know there are. But these ones, nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. The only time it happens is when they catch natural people doing it. Because they actually went and copycatted this bollocks. Repeated what they saw on TV. Harvey Weinstein is a girl. Proven by the way she walks, right? You saw the gates. Weinstein, you in my lap file. Harvey. Oh, no. I've done it again. Harvey W. That should find you. Away you go. So it really doesn't matter who we look at. Bill Cosby is another one. Just look at Bill Cosby victims. Bill Cosby victims. It's another piss take list. It really is. One of them, the basketball player, no chance. This one. You want me to believe that Bill Cosby overpowered that all the only thing I can see there is a fucking Terminator. Absolute I'm jealous of your jawbone. I thought I had a square jaw. Look at that. The face, the head, the neck, the trachea. It's been shaved down. They've removed the Adam's apple bit, but it's still there. You want to take that mastoid away? You can't. It's chin to tie ratio. The tie's down here somewhere. Look at Bill Cosby. Chin to tie ratio. You want me to believe that this woman overpowered this behemoth? And Janice Dickinson as well. Another massive headed, square-jawed, trachea passing. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And then you just go to the faces of the so-called women that Bill Cosby offended. And it's bollocks. They've all got massive hands, square heads, long necks, broad shoulders. It's bollocks. It's all lies. I don't believe a single word of it. Women with square heads. This was me when I was younger. Bill did me over. Bill did nothing. It's lies. It's humiliation rituals. Same as Einstein. Wow. I thought that was Howard Stern. It's the basketball player. Look at this. You gotta be kidding me. Bill Cosby overpowered that. Yeah, I don't think so. Same as Jeffrey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein here overpowering these twats. It doesn't happen. It's lies. They make it all up for lies. Just like going to the moon. So when you want to tell me that diseases are real and wars are real and Harvey Weinstein's real, I've got to stop you right there. All right, because you haven't passed the test yet. Until you can do this for yourself. Don't ask me any questions. Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein.